Now here's a novel idea. Instead of having all the guest cabins on the lower deck, why not put them on the main deck? Yeah, sure, on a super yacht, no problem, but on a 60-footer, no chance. But that's exactly what Cetera yachts have done. There's been a lot of curiosity surrounding the new Cetera brand ever since it presented its new 60-foot fiberglass model at the 2019 Düsseldorf Boat Show. Designed inside and out by Francesco Guida and built here at the Fiart Mare shipyard in Naples. At the time, they said that by combining the features of a traditional navetta with a lobster boat and a flybridge cruiser, they created a completely new category of yacht, which they called the multi-space yacht.
As you know, Fiart Mare is well known for its fast planing yachts from 30 feet up to 60. But a few years ago, we decided together with Francesco Guida to create a new brand named Cetera in order to create a multi-space yacht, a multi-space navetta. With multi-space yacht, we mean a new concept. In order to do that, we completely rearranged the spaces on board by moving what is normally found in the lower deck to the main deck. So I mean cabins, for example. All the cabins are now sitting on the main deck, and moving as well other areas like, for example, the galley that has been moved to the upper deck, and also in terms of living areas that can be found on different levels on board. So now our clients can enjoy what is normally found on a 70 feet, on a 60 feet, and that's really important. As you can see, we repositioned the cabins that are normally found in the lower deck here on the main deck. The galley that is normally placed here has been moved to the upper deck, and you can also see how many living areas we have throughout the vessel. Two outside, one inside, and one again in the upper deck. So a lot of different available space for the owner on board.
By reorganizing the conventional layout, and by the way, we're inside the second hull here, and thanks also to the wide beam of almost 5.5 meters, apparently the Cetera 60 offers up to 30% more living space than a comparable flybridge model. That translates into a total of 145 square meters, or more than 1,500 square feet of inside and outside space. So what do all these changes mean on board? Well, on the main deck, we have 3 ensuite guest cabins. In the aft section here, where normally you'd have the main salon, we have a double cabin. Further forward on the starboard side, we have a twin single. And further forward still, we have the master suite. All connected by this central corridor.
We have several advantages to have the cabins on main deck. First of all, we have huge windows. Second, we have headroom everywhere in the cabins, more than 2 meters. Third one, we not have the guest staircase, therefore we save a lot of space. And last, we have a big comfort because we have no noise, no vibration, because we are very far from the engine room.
The central corridor connects another defining feature of the Cetera 60, because in addition to the standard aft cockpit and beach platform, we have another cockpit here in the bow and a forward guest lounge.
The positioning of the volumes on board gave us the possibility to have the forward lounge and forward cockpit with a bar, and this gives us the possibility to enjoy the view of the Baia Castle, full protected by the bulwarks, and when you are stern to, you are in complete privacy. We are in the stern cockpit where we have the dinette with up and down table convertible in sunbed. In one corner we have the frigo bar, in the other corner we have the mooring arm station. Then we have comfortable access to the swim platform and underneath the tender garage.
Now I know what you're wondering. Where do you cook and where do you eat? Well, let's go and have a look. The open plan galley and dining for 8 guests has been moved up here onto the enclosed flybridge. This is definitely the social center of the yacht, and thanks to the sliding roof and drop-down windows, guests have the best of both worlds, al fresco dining and panoramic views, because we're 2 decks up from sea level. It's also great for owner captains who can still socialize with friends and family while they're driving the yacht. On most yachts of this size, you have a choice of a crew cabin, or a laundry, or a tender garage. Well, on the Cetera 60, you can have all 3. In fact, we're on the lower deck in the crew cabin, forward, with access from the foredeck, but this space can also be used as a 4th guest cabin with an independent staircase from the forward lounge, and there's still space left in the bow for a smaller crew cabin. Cetera Yachts have done their homework and market research here once again and claim that on board we have 17.5 square meters more technical space and 8 square meters more cabin space than comparable yachts. And I'd say, looking at it now, yeah, that feels about right. The Cetera 60 is powered by twin Volvo Penta IPS 700 engines and drives for a top speed of 23 knots and a cruising speed of 20 knots. With 2,000 litres of fuel in the tank, at 10 knots she burns around 60 litres of fuel an hour for a range of about 300 nautical miles. I must admit that at the beginning, given her height and the enclosed flybridge and all this glass, that she might be prone to rolling. But twin quick gyro stabilizers do a good job of dampening any motion both at anchor and underway. And that's the Cetera 60, the first multi-space yacht. All that rearranging of the interior volumes means that she's not the most streamlined flybridge boat on the water, and her exterior lines might take a little bit of getting used to. But that's a result of function over form. And it's also worth pointing out that this is a boat very much aimed at young families and fun-loving singles, or even owners looking to downsize. And I, for one, certainly wouldn't mind spending a week or so on board.